Picks and Parlay family, it's me, Detroit Lenny, to talk a little NFL action. We are going to talk the AFC West, look at their division here, a little first look at this division, talk a little NFL in mid-July, get kind of a first glance at that. And to do that, we're going to bring in Terry Edelmann here to talk about the AFC West. Before we do that, though, like, share, subscribe. Use that promo code right there at picksandparlays.net. You'll get all Terry Edelmann's premium plays, MLB right now, CFL right now. This is a first look at the NFL. You might want to look at some of these premium plays from Terry Edelmann about the NFL AFC West.
Yeah, well, I put in multiple requests to talk about the NFC North, but I guess Lenny decided that that wasn't going to happen.
You don't have to tell everybody about the Lions winner, but go ahead.
Yeah, me and Lenny are friends now, but when NFL season starts, we become rivals. So that'll be another day. But no, the AFC West is great, and obviously we'll start with the bottom two. Denver coming in here 8-9 last season. Their win total is at 5.5 this year. Bo Nix, Jarrett Stidham, Zach Wilson. Somebody's going to be quarterback for this team, and whoever it is, I don't really expect much from this Denver Broncos team. When it comes to the 5.5 win total, under is minus 130. Just not something I would play, especially for a future bet. Now, Denver at plus 1,000 have the worst record in the NFL. That's not a horrible look. But there are some other teams that I think are a bit worse than them. So not something I'm pulling the trigger on. But if you wanted to look at something with the Broncos, it would be them to have the worst record in the NFL, in my opinion. Las Vegas, also 8-9 last year. Their win total's at 6.5 here in this one. Aiden O'Connell, Gard Minshew, or Anthony Brown Jr. It looks like will be a quarterback. Obviously, Aiden O'Connell sounds like it'll be his job to lose. Ultimately, I do think Vegas kind of takes a small step back. 6.5 wins. It's a tough total. I could see them finishing with 7. I could see them finishing with 6. So that's a tough one to look at. Now, the Los Angeles Chargers here. They finished 5-12 last year. So they finished at the bottom of this division. And now we're seeing them at plus 325 here in second in odds to win the division. Obviously, Justin Herbert coming back, being healthy is important here. But the big off-season change, the really big one, is Jim Harbaugh becoming coach of the LA Chargers. The LA Chargers, one of their biggest issues last year and the last few years has been head coaching. That has been an issue for this team. Now they've got a proven winner, a guy that wins. And I'm kind of high on this Chargers team. Looking at their win total, 8.5 wins. The over was minus 150. So there's really no value there, obviously, with them being 5-12 last year. But I do like them to make the playoffs here, which you can get at plus 110 to make the playoffs for the Chargers. No, they're not a lock to make the playoffs at all. But they're going to be a team that I think is really going to improve this year. And I can see them squeaking into a playoff spot. So I like them here, plus 110 to make the playoffs. And then going on to the final team here in the division is the Kansas City Chiefs. Obviously, 11-6 last year. As long as they have Patrick Mahomes as quarterback, as long as he is healthy, Kansas City owns this division. Really, we could have just said the words Patrick Mahomes, and that'd be the whole video. No, but yeah, he is by far the best quarterback in the league. As long as he's healthy, this Chiefs team is going to be scary. I like them over 11.5 wins, minus 115. Yes, 11-6 last year. It's not my favorite play, but Chiefs to win the Super Bowl plus 500. How can you not have a ticket with this Chiefs team? They're just consistent. A lot of people expected them to take a big step back last year, or at least a small step back last year. And what happened? So I like this Chiefs team to win the Super Bowl. 11.5 wins. I think they get to 12 or 13.
Appreciate you, Terry Edelmann, as always. Good luck unless you're against this. Thanks for watching. Take care, everybody.